right, so you want to talk about humor in marketing, huh? I have to admit, this is a topic I'm pretty excited about. We've been digging into this paper on Humorous Communication Theory, or HCT for short, and let me tell you, it's full of surprises.
Yeah, you know what's funny? Most people don't exactly think of marketing as a subject for, like, deep academic theories.
All right, you think marketing, you think jingles, not
Yeah.
PhD dissertations.
Exactly. But this HCT thing, it gets at the heart of why we laugh, why we remember some things more vividly than others. And all of that ties directly into how brands try to connect with us, you know? It's really interesting stuff.
Okay, so it's not just about being funny, it's about making those jokes actually stick with people. Which I guess is the whole point of marketing when you think about it.
Absolutely.
The thing I'm picking up from this HCT is it's like humor kind of glues information and emotion together in our brains. Like, you're way more likely to remember a funny ad than a boring one.
Bro, for sure. That's why they say you'll catch more flies with honey.
Right.
But instead of honey, it's laughter, and those flies are our wallets.
Exactly.
But what I find really fascinating is that HCT looks at both sides of this whole equation. Like, it explains why you might crack up at a clever commercial, right? But it also digs into how that same commercial can tap into this much larger cultural understanding.
Oh, interesting. So it's not just about me laughing alone in my living room. It's about how that joke resonates with a whole bunch of people.
Yeah. There's this really cool push and pull between individual humor and these, like, shared social experiences. It's more complex than you might think.
Okay, now you've got me really intrigued. Tell me more. And speaking of shared experiences, we got to talk about memes, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, they're everywhere these days.
It's true.
You can't scroll for 5 seconds without running into like 5 different memes.
It's part of the language now.
It really is.
Yeah.
And this paper, it really dives into this whole world of meme marketing. And it's not just about like going viral for a hot second, you know?
No, it's way more than that. It's about tapping into something like much deeper.
Okay, so like give me an example. What's a meme that really digs deep?
Well, they actually mentioned this in the paper. Remember that Go Corona graphic from like way back at the beginning of the pandemic?
Yeah. With the little virus dude with the suitcase.
Exactly. And it might seem like just a kind of silly joke, right? But think about how widely that thing spread. Like, it tapped into this collective anxiety that everyone was feeling, gave people a way to sort of laugh about this really scary situation. And, I mean, that thing was shared millions of times.
That's true. It was everywhere.
That's not an accident. That's HCT in action, you know?
Wow. Okay, so you're saying that dumb little virus with the suitcase, that was actually like a deep commentary on the human condition.
Well, maybe not that deep, but it shows how memes can tap into these shared feelings, you know, in a way that traditional marketing just can't.
Okay, that makes sense. It's like we all get it. We all see the same meme, so it creates this kind of common ground.
Exactly. And it's not just about current events either. Think about that distracted boyfriend meme.
Oh yeah, the classic.
Right. That thing has been remixed a million times for a million different purposes.
It's true. I feel like I've seen it applied to everything from like politics to choosing pizza toppings.
Exactly. And that's what they call in the paper the Aristotelian meme.
The what now?
Yeah, no, it sounds kind of fancy, right? But basically what they're arguing is that memes, at their core, they're actually arguments.
Wait, memes are arguments? Like they're trying to convince me of something?
Well, yeah, think about it. They're presented in this very visual, shareable format.
That's true. They're designed to be spread around.
Right. And think about how often you see memes used to express opinions, to debate current events, to like make fun of politicians. It's rhetoric for the digital age.
Okay, so it's not just a funny picture with some text. It's actually trying to persuade me, even if it in a subtle way. That's kind of sneaky when you think about it.
Exactly. And because they're often humorous, memes can kind of like disarm us. We let our guard down. We're more likely to engage with an idea when it's presented with a side of wit. It's marketing through the back door, basically.
And I'm guessing it can be incredibly effective. Like, you see a meme that aligns with your views, you're way more likely to share it.
Oh, absolutely. It's like free advertising, but powered by, you know, shared laughter and inside jokes. It's brilliant, really.
Okay, so get this. This paper takes like a totally unexpected turn, and it starts talking about stand-up comedy.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's this whole business lesson hidden inside all those punchlines.
Interesting.
Who knew, right?
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense when you think about how much stand-up has evolved, right? Like, look at the whole roasting thing.
Oh, for sure. Everybody's getting roasted these days.
Right, and it's become like its own art form, you know, where you're using humor to kind of draw these very specific lines between the comedian and the audience, or even between the audience and like some shared target.
Oh, that's a good point. It's like we're all in on the joke together, even if it's at someone else's expense.
Exactly. It's this weird balance between like poking fun at someone and still building a sense of connection with everyone else.
And it's not just on stage anymore, right?
Yeah.
You got YouTube roast battles, comment sections just overflowing with playful jabs and not so playful jabs.
Oh, yeah, it's everywhere online.
It really is. And even brands are getting in on the action.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, remember that whole Bino thing? It went from like some random spam comment to this massive marketing trend practically overnight.
I know. That's a perfect example of what we're talking about.
It's crazy, right?
It really shows you the power of this stuff.
So how does stand-up comedy, like roasts and stuff, tie back into HCT? I'm not quite connecting the dots here.
Well, think about it. Humor, especially when it's creating these shared inside jokes, it makes people feel like they're part of something exclusive.
Oh, okay, like a special club.
Exactly. And brands are totally picking up on that. They want their audience to feel like they're in on the joke, like they're part of this, you know, cool kids club.
So it's like, if you get the joke, you're one of us.
Exactly. It's a powerful way to build loyalty and like a sense of community around a brand.
Okay, that's actually pretty brilliant when you think about it that way.
It is. It's really smart marketing.
So we've gone from like ancient philosophers to viral memes to stand-up stages, and just when I think it can't get any wilder, this paper throws AI into the mix. Talking about like machine joking, algorithms that can make you laugh.
Yeah, it's pretty mind-blowing and a little bit creepy, to be honest.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie, but also kind of amazing.
It really is. And the paper does a good job of like highlighting some of the challenges here. Because humor, it relies so much on nuance, on timing, on that element of surprise. Can AI really replicate all of that?
That's a good question, because, I mean, I've seen some AI-generated jokes, and they're usually more grown than haha.
Exactly. And there are already programs out there trying to crack this nut. Like, there's one called JPE, another one called Stand Up, even a heteronym generator, whatever that is.
Catchy.
Right. And some of them, they can generate puns, one-liners, things like that. But whether they can really grasp the, like, true complexity of human humor, that remains to be seen.
It's almost like you need to understand what it means to be human to truly get humor.
Right. Like all those little quirks and experiences that make us laugh, they're hard to program into an algorithm.
It really is fascinating, though, when you think about the marketing potential. Imagine like AI crafting personalized jokes for customers, generating memes tailor-made for a specific campaign.
Oh, absolutely. The possibilities are like endless and a little bit terrifying if you really think about it. Because what happens when AI starts shaping our sense of humor? You know, what happens when a machine is telling us what's funny?
That is a little creepy. Like, are we all going to be laughing at the same AI-generated jokes 5 years from now?
Right. It's a valid question. And can a machine ever really understand the nuances of like what makes something funny to different people, different cultures? It's a fascinating frontier, and only time will tell how it all unfolds.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. Went from Marketing 101 to the future of funny, all thanks to HCT. So the next time you see like a clever ad campaign or a meme that makes you chuckle, take a second to think about the why behind the laughter.
I like that.
Because you might be surprised at just how much thought, how much strategy goes into crafting those little moments of humor.
Absolutely.
And that's it for today's deep dive. We'll catch you next time for more surprising insights into the world of marketing.